Hey guys, welcome to Coaching with Chris. I got a special guest. Let me tell you a little bit about Ashley. I love her drive, I love her systems, but most importantly, I love her willingness to learn, share, be a part of the industry. She works for a couple great guys, but she just runs a really, really good team. And I think she has a lot to give. So make sure if you don't got your notebook, get your pen. You know, I always use Sharpie. Get your pen out because I think we're going to be able to have a 2 to 3 takeaways that you're going to take away today that's going to be able to impact your business. Ashley, are you there?
I'm here. I'm ready.
You ready? Oh my gosh. How's the weather today?
Oh,
Hot?
it is hot. I think my car said it was 108 degrees yesterday. So at least that's what my car felt like. So,
What do you do when it's Sunday and it's 108 degrees in Florida?
well, I
Go to the
mean, most
pool?
people don't leave their house, but if you're crazy like me, I was outside like planting flowers in the middle of the day. So,
You mean flowers grow at 108 degrees?
they do.
Huh. I didn't know that.
We have heat tolerant plants. So, works.
Heat tolerant plants. I'm gonna go home and tell Shalice tonight. Hey, did you know there's heat tolerant plants?
Yeah.
Because if we get it like 100, everybody up here, if they get to 100, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, it's
Yeah.
so hot. Don't go
And it's been
outside."
hot. So, it's been real hot. Today, my daughter went swimming with her horse. So, because it was so hot, she can't do regular lessons.
So they went and swam horses.
They did in the lake. So, it was
Oh,
nice.
that was really fun actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, what does
We have
she do in?
gators to worry about, though.
Huh?
We have gators to worry about, though.
Well, yeah, we don't have that up here to
Mhm.
worry about. That is for sure.
Yeah.
Well, this crazy business of mortgage has been pretty good to you.
Mm.
You started off in mortgage, not to date you, but you tell us your little mortgage story because I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I moved to Florida when I was 18. I only knew my husband, worked a few jobs, rode my bike for a year, back and forth to those jobs until I could buy a car. And then I got my first job at a bank and I made $10.25 an hour. So I really had thought I'd made it, right? And then I got another job at a bank after I had my first daughter and made 16. And I kind of did a little bit of the commercial lending side. And then when I went to buy my first house, a big named company told me at 24 years old for a $189,000 house that I needed $30,000. Well, I'm 20 something years old. I don't have $30,000 like most 20 something year olds don't.
Mhm.
And I have my second baby on the way. And I'm like, well, we're never going to own a house. Right. And, so then I called a mortgage broker and I ended up like selling that first car that I bought with cash, like in the parking lot, taking pictures at the DMV to like prove cash because we all know cash is a bad 4-letter word to
Right,
buy my
right.
first house for $13,000 instead of $30,000.
So you
And
sold your car to be
I
able to
did.
buy the house
I did. And we became a one car family again for 5 years.
for
So
5 years.
yeah, with 2 kids.
Oh my
So,
gosh, I love
and
it.
then we moved again and I used that same mortgage broker and I thought I needed to make some extra money because I was just out of college and thinking, gosh, I'm making $15 an hour. This doesn't really work, right?
Mhm.
Um, and I called to be a processor and she's like, "No, you should be a mortgage broker." And then I said, "Yeah, let's do it." And then I hung up and my husband being in sales his whole life and I've never really been in sales.
Yeah.
Um, he's like, that's a commission job, right?" And I said, "What?" I said, "I'm not doing that." And he said,
What?
"Yes, you are."
He
Yeah.
he encouraged you to do it?
Yeah, he was like, "No, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do great." And then he gave me the best advice I'd ever heard: stop selling things and just sell yourself. You like to talk, people like you, just sell yourself. Like they don't need to
What
know
great
anything else.
advice.
So
So did you start with that broker?
I did, yeah, I
Okay.
did. For 8 years, actually, before I came to where I'm at now, I was at the same place for 8 years.
Okay. So
So
you learned a lot then.
yeah, yeah.
Woo.
That's why I believe in being in the office because I learned so much being in the office. If I wasn't in the office, I would never be who I am today.
Um, I I hope everybody just heard that
Yeah.
because I feel like there's so many originators right now working out of their house. And yes, it does work. But man, you can learn so much by just being in the office and hearing other originators solve problems. Like
Mhm.
it probably accelerates your learning 2 to 5x, maybe more.
Well, there's the saying that 2 heads are better than 1. Well, what happens when you have, like, 3, 4, and 5? And
Yeah.
so and as good a memory as I have, like, I can't remember everything all the time, so just, like, being able to, like, shout out and say, "Hey, do you remember that guideline?" Muting a client really quick to ask, it's better. So
Yeah. Um, it is better. We used to have solve the problem Wednesday lunches, and everybody came to lunch. We worked above Subway at the time,
oh,
and everybody would go down and get a sub sandwich and come up, and we'd talk loans and try to solve everybody's problems. So we tried to
yeah.
take a denial to an approval, or we had a huge condition we didn't know how to. It was just whatever it was, but it had to be the greatest learning experience ever, just for all of us trying to solve problems together. So you saying that just brought me back to that old memory. That was probably in
Well, imagine how many people got houses compared to if you didn't have those meetings and you
yeah,
weren't in the office. So
we had to eat
because
lunch anyway.
yeah, so it's perfect.
What advice would you give an originator that has started off in the last 3 years that you wish you were given?
Keep going, keep going,
Mm,
because, I mean, this is a harder market than what I started in, to be honest with you. Yeah, I came out of that subprime market, so I had to the brokers were just starting to get their name back out there and that we weren't the scum of the earth, right?
right.
Um,
By
because
the
of
way,
the
I was a broker then,
yeah, but
in
really,
oh 08,
we
oh
were
09.
blamed for the whole thing, you
Yeah.
know? And so it was it was a big deal. So that was a different kind of market though, because we were just trying to teach people who we were and why you should use a broker and what it does for you. But I think we are in a harder market now, not impossible, but harder, just
Mhm.
because people the last thing they remember, just like the last recession they remember, even though we've had technically other recessions, is the housing bust because they always remember the last big thing. So they're remembering 2.75 and 3%. So overcoming that is really hard, especially in a slower market. Um, and I say slower, but I mean it's still popping. Like if people can close loans out here.
Right. You just gotta find it. It's
Yeah,
an
and
Easter egg hunt.
you gotta make yourself valuable too. I tell everybody that I'm a mortgage advisor. Um, Anybody can do a loan. I have probably 150 people that follow me at least that are other originators. They can all do a loan, but can they do it as good as me? You know?
Mhm.
Can they create that relationship as good as me? I think that's the biggest thing is creating that relationship. I'm not here for the rate shopper that wants me to do it for $500. Like you can call better.com, you know?
Right.
Like I'm here for their kids, grandkids, cousins, brothers sending onesies with Aptly on it for their baby being born, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm here to send wind chimes when their cat dies, right? Like,
Do you?
I do.
Wind chimes?
Well, they have like these little things like little pet memorabilia, you know?
Yeah.
But I do. I try to
That's
send
a
thoughtful things
cool
like that. So
idea.
yeah.
So, step one, if you're in the business and it's tough right now, listen to Ashley. She said, "Keep going."
Keep
What's
going.
the number 2?
Get in an office. Get out of
Get
your
in an
house.
office.
Yeah.
Okay. And number
And get
3?
rid of the negative talk. Because if you tell yourself you can't do this and you tell yourself there's no business, guess what? There's no business.
Hmm. That's
Yeah.
3 good gets. Did you notice that? Every
Yeah.
one of them is get.
Yeah. I gotta
Uh,
get an attitude.
get yeah. So, um, fast
And we'll add a
forwarding.
fourth get too.
Oh,
Get
let's get
in
it.
front of people that are smarter than you. Like, stop acting like you're better and smarter person in the room. Like, if I can be like, get on these coaching calls, get on the things because they're important. If a CEO offers me to be on like, you're doing something better than me, like, I have to go figure out what it is so I can learn for my clients.
Yeah, and you know what I find? I find that when I do that, it like spurks me to learn something that maybe they didn't even tell me, but
Yeah.
it like got me to go, "Oh, I could go do this," or I could apply this, or I like going to conferences, um, the right ones, and
Yeah.
just going to learn, and then I come back with my list. I don't know where my updated list is from the. Oh, right here. So it's Chris's notes. So she goes in, and then everything that I want to change. I know this is major.
No, it's
Is
good.
changed, and then if I get it done, I gotta find the camera. I cross them off. I'm not very good at
No,
that.
it's
I
good.
gotta cross them off. I don't got a lot crossed off, so it's been bothering me. But I love that, and your heart. So you switch companies.
Yeah.
Switching companies is hard, isn't it?
It was probably one of the hardest things I've done because I don't stop producing. Um, and hurt feelings are always hurt. Like, I don't care. Like, that was probably the most disheartening thing to me, to be honest, because these people were my family for 8 years and I needed to move
Yeah.
for like not reasons of people, but just like I closed 321 loans on Calyx. I could not do that anymore. That's insane.
Right.
When no
That's it.
one could run AUS on Calyx, that's a problem. Like the smartest people I know couldn't run AUS on Calyx. So,
Right.
and there was no technology driven behind it, and I'm technologically deficient. So I needed people that weren't because I need if if you're not ahead, you're behind. And so I wasn't willing to be left behind. I'm not going to be the lady that has like, on the signature line that says like 20 years experience, but they can't but they can't operate dot loop, right?
Right. No, you're not, and you're not that.
Yeah.
Uh, so you made the switch, which shout out to Joe and Nick. They're
Yeah.
incredible,
Incredible.
absolutely amazing. And by the way, the biggest hearts,
So big.
uh, genuine,
Mhm.
real. Like that is who. That's my people. That I can die for people like that. Just
Yeah.
love it. And did you have a team before, or did you grow the team when you switched, or like walk me through this? Because I know you're a superwoman,
Mhm.
and I know you try to do a lot of it yourself,
Mhm.
and I feel like you're just going to outwork it until you get it done because you're just that tough. But like walk us through that, because sharing some of that pain, I think people need to hear, and then the
Yeah.
changes you made and then saw the successes.
So, my husband was in sales, which is really great because he doesn't mind when I work so much because he gets it, right?
Yeah.
But it's still a lot. Like I have 2 kids, it's a lot. I
Who is
had
the better salesperson, by the way? You or your husband? What's your husband's name?
John. Yeah.
John. Who's better? You or John?
Oh, me for sure.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because 'Cause I'm very good at relationships. Like he's very good at like he is good at changing people's minds, but
Okay.
I'm very good at relationships and I'm like, "Next." Like because I don't wanna change people's minds. If my service isn't important enough to you, bye. But he worked for Terminex for 10 years and was the youngest manager there and all the things, so he was very good at that.
Yeah.
Which that was one of the things that grew my career, is he actually decided like, we decided together that we needed him to stay home with our kids, and that was a very hard thing for him because he was always sales, comes from a family that, like, men do all the things and provide
Yeah.
all the things.
Mhm.
And him having to switch his mindset that providing was now, like, taking care of our family, and he's a much better cook than I am, like,
Hmm.
much better cook. My kids, you ask them how we eat with me, and they say Uber Eats. And so, that was actually a big part of my team, like, that he was okay with staying home with our kids because
Mm.
I don't want a stranger staying with them, so if he
No.
can stay home, then let's do it. So
Yeah.
that was a transition, and that's part and I always remind him that that's part of my team, I couldn't do what I do without him. I
That's
did have,
unbelievable.
an assistant that was more like a personal assistant, not an LOA, like, all my social media because I'll be there to record it, but I'm never gonna post it if I like, hire people to do the things you're not good at.
Yeah.
Um, and then I
Yeah.
actually
I don't
recently
post either.
yeah,
I am someone else does the posting stuff.
and they gotta force you to be there because I don't care. Like, who knew we'd be this age posting social media?
Right.
And, so I've just got my first LOA. My processor currently, Kyle, he's amazing and puts up with me. I actually called him when I left. He used to be my account executive at one of my lenders.
No, you
Oh, yeah,
converted from account exec to
I did.
processor?
And he said, "I don't know everything." And I said, "It's okay. I can teach you the rest, but your attitude is good." And I knew that he could handle like, I'm
Pressure.
crazy ADHD squirrel chasing, like, I'm like chasing the net everywhere, like squirrel just going, you know?
Yeah.
And so he's like, hang on, I got to pull out my notes real quick because he knows that I'm running down the squirrel trail and it makes no sense sometimes. And we're jumping from file to file. So I knew his personality can handle it. I can teach him the rest. And
You want to know
so,
a funny thing? This morning I got up, I went out to the hot tub, and I was sitting out there and I looked straight up in the trees, and there sat a squirrel. And I was watching this squirrel, and he was freaking going all over, and from tree to tree, and this to this, and then he was whatever squirrel, whatever you call make what squirrels noises make. I don't know what you call. I can't call it
yeah,
barking. And I go, well, that's what we look like.
yeah, yeah. We're like ADHD brain
Crazy.
neurons running everywhere. But it makes us good at what we do. So I think that's important to note. And so he said, yeah. And I was like, okay, let's go. And he opened a processing company and he became my third party processor.
Smart.
So, yeah.
So you have a third party processing.
Mhm.
This gentleman, what's his name, Kyle?
Yeah. And he only processes for me and one person on my team that's an LO.
Oh, so you have say.
Yeah. That was a
Then
part of the agreement. If I fed him a certain amount of deals, that he could only process for me.
okay,
So,
so tell me first LOA.
yep, she just started. And the funny thing is she actually, the world is small, even in Orlando. And she actually used to work with Nick's previous assistant and a girl on my team
Oh,
at cross country.
so now we got an LOA, and you've
Yep.
built her job description. What's her top? What do you consider to be her top 3 job duties for an LOA?
So I'm probably a little bit different than most people because at the end of the day, like I need to be the final say on the file. So I price the rate. Like that's my job, right? Like
Yep.
I don't want her final structure. I want her to make it like everything pretty so I can run AUS, right? Everything should be so pretty, income calculated, make notes if there's any like bumps in the road, see if somebody's got some crazy stuff in their bank accounts, those are her tasks. I know some LOAs like really do the entire thing through pre-approval. Unfortunately, I
So you
just
call it file. She does file setup.
file setup, any notes like that pre-processing type of thing,
Yep.
because no letter leaves this office if there's not documents. Like that letter is gold. Like whenever the agent gets it, I need them to be like, oh yeah, this girl closes because I'd rather lose my life than my reputation.
Yeah.
And so that's
Amen.
important to me. Your reputation you cannot come back from at all. And so it's very, very important um, to not be willy-nilly on your stuff. And just explain, like, even if it's a harder file, I think that's the biggest thing is eat the frog and explain to the realtor, say, hey, I need a little bit more time on this. Of course, we try to be fast, but sometimes you need more time to make sure it's solid.
Yeah. Yeah. I was giving Clay crap. I go, you got to go quicker. And he
No,
goes, I got to get everything before I give him that letter. Oh, well, sometimes you got to wing it a little. So I'm pushing him. I'm pushing him.
Mm.
He wouldn't do it.
We're not winging it. No,
He
tell Clay
wouldn't
to
wing
call
it.
me. No.
He
Mm-mm.
will not wing it. So a lot of file setup. Do they do it? Does she do any personal tasks for you that help you with stuff, or do you think that most of it is file setup and then she does your social media posting?
So she doesn't do my previous assistant that left and went back to her. So my previous assistant was my family and she was wonderful. And she went back to her job pre-COVID because she never wanted to do mortgages, in case you're wondering, like ever. She
Yeah.
just got laid off because she was in the medical field. And I'm surprised she stayed with me for 4 years. So
Yeah.
she went back to her dream job of like occupational therapy, but she also does my social media on the side. And I just pay her per
Sure.
thing. And so then we meet up once a week and she records and we post.
So you do. I do the same. What
Uh-huh.
day do you do videos?
It depends. So it's sporadic, whatever day works for us. Most of the time on Thursdays ish.
Yeah, got it. Thursdays ish.
Mhm.
Post one. Do all your videos, and then you give it to her, and she spreads them
Yeah.
out throughout the post. Great.
Yeah,
Love
and then
that.
I'll send her a closing post or whatever. And then it's like a set dollar amount per thing that she does. And it's great. It works perfect. And then my LOA, she orders gifts for all the clients. Gifts, if you're not doing gifts, do gifts. We're making a lot of money. Spend $50 on a gift on
What's
personalizationmall.com.
your
It's
best
free
top
shipping.
3 gifts right now?
Cutting board.
Yep.
There's a great blanket on Personalization Mall that it's like a house shape, and you can put all their little family members' names in it.
Oh, cool. What's
And
the name of the site? Because people are gonna want that.
yeah, personalizationmall.com.
Okay. And it's like a
And
house
yep.
blanket.
It has like a little house, and it has a little heart coming out of the chimney, and it literally you type the names in, and it has all the names, and then she also gets Google reviews afterwards.
So
Cuz
she does your Google reviews.
yep, and Nick and Joe have created a great automation for that, which is amazing. So,
Gosh.
they built an amazing automation for that, so she just has to like push it out. So when the file gets clear to close, because Arrive is great, but Arrive built out is even greater. And
Yeah.
so Nick and Joe have done a phenomenal job at that. Um, and so it makes my life a lot easier, because at my previous company, I was literally typing up emails for every step process. And this saves me tons of time, like appraisal
Oodles.
ordered, appraisal received, submitted to underwriting, out of underwriting. Just those automations make my life 100 times easier, because they feel like I've communicated the whole time. I was just on a podcast, and he said the first time that he ever knew about me was because one of the realtors, who her husband is a loan officer, said, "Why aren't you doing this?"
Ah, those are the best. That's the best compliment ever.
Yeah. And so Nick and Joe have done an amazing job with that. So props to
So
them.
on your Google reviews, is it a digital to get the best connect deal? How does she do it? Does it send out electronic and then she calls and follows up to make sure they'll do it? Or how do
The
you do it?
goal is no call,
Okay.
because the less time we can spend on the phone, the better.
Okay.
It sends it out. Carolina on my team, who she's an LO. So when I say our team, it's just they're producing LOs
Yep.
under me. And
Yep.
Carolina, I met actually when I was at my old company, but she's literally a magician. I'm a magician at Canva. And so she helped make a little picture that sees my face, so they don't think it's spam. So this picture automatically goes out with the link for Google with my business page. And I do believe in like personal, like, not that I ever plan to leave here, but set up your own Google review, like
Yeah.
your own business, because then people know they're going to you, and they're not sifting through like the company's reviews. I think that's important.
That's a good takeaway.
Yeah.
That is a
And so,
really good because you think about the habits of a consumer.
mhm,
They're gonna search you.
mhm,
They're would they search the company? Maybe, but I think they search the loan officer
yeah.
first.
I have a guy, just to give you an idea, and he Googled me, and I just closed my 6th DSCR loan with him in 6 months, and he
Wow.
found me off Google. But he liked that I knew what I was talking about whenever he called me.
Yeah.
And then I'm closing another one right now, first time home buyer. I was close to Universal, and she found me on Google. And then I have another person that, like, I have a lot of people that find me on Google. So don't take your Google for advantage. Like, I got a realtor off of Instagram. Just keep posting, like, and just post even if it's crap. Like, sometimes they're crap. It's fine.
I
Sometimes I'm like, "Ooh, I hate that."
I know.
Hopefully that gets down the grid a little bit.
It does quickly. Uh, what's your next hire gonna be?
Oh, I don't think I'll have another one. I like a small team. I think if
Yep.
anything, it will be other LOs. I'm very particular, on
How
the
many LOs
LOs
you got now?
4, and they've all
Okay.
called me. So I don't seek out any LOs.
You don't recruit.
Don't, no. And I have a 3-day almost all of them come in 3 days a week, at least, because we're
Fair?
better together. So,
Yeah.
and then I also do a small coaching with them, because I need to add value to them as well. And
Once a
don't
week?
take for advantage what you know. And so I know a lot of things, because I operated as a lone ship, really. And so I know a lot of things. And so I try to share those things with them, because at my old company, I literally did everything from start to finish, like file intake, putting the contract in, disclosing it, balancing the CD at the final, and also brokers. If you are leaving, number one, if you take nothing else away, stop putting your balancing on the title company. Come on, do your
Stop doing
job.
what?
putting the balancing on the title company. Like,
Yeah,
be communicative in it, like with all of your lenders, like step in, hey, how can we help you do this? Like, stop making them do it. Don't be lazy. Like, we're making a decent amount of money and they're making like what, $400? They're busy. Like, I get more business from title companies because they don't have to balance CDs with me. They just have to send me a CD, we get it done,
that's a
do the
good.
job.
And then they send you referrals back.
Oh, I get a lot of referrals from transaction coordinators and title companies.
How do they get referrals? Just people ask them. Who
Realtors.
should I go to? Realtors ask.
Yeah, and so then they send me the realtors.
Oh,
So,
man.
yeah. Yeah.
What are you looking forward to most in the next 6 months in the mortgage industry? Besides
No
low
more
rates.
trigger
That would be
leads
yes. How about that?
because that is probably my hardest conversation because they all think one lady called me and said, "Who sold my soul to the devil?" because it's so bad.
That is so bad.
And then they put things on there like, so I'm a partner with so and so loan. Well, they think that it's that lender and it's not. And so they're just tricky and then they're sending out like that rates are 4 and 3%. Come on. Not without like $40,000, but the problem is
Right.
most consumers don't know. And
Yeah.
so I hate trigger leads and so that was the best initiative that I feel like I've been part of. So I'm really excited for that. Um Yeah, I'm really excited to help more people. I love what I do. I find so much value in it. Housing changes generational wealth, it changes statistics in family, and that's something that I'll stand by.
Yeah.
Um, and don't tell anybody no, just tell them how to get there. I don't know how many people call me and they're like, the person was short with me. They didn't have time for me. They didn't want to help me. Well, I'm here for the long haul. I have it. The most gratifying thing is when somebody closes after 5 years of working on their stuff. And then they tell their story.
Right. The story is
But
amazing.
they have to want it more than I want it too. Because I want it for every buyer that calls me, but you've gotta want it more than I do, and I tell them that up front. I'm very transparent, I'll help you, I'll walk through it, but you're not gonna be lazy through the process.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
What's the biggest goal that you're gonna hit for the year that you set in the beginning of the year that surprised you?
probably the amount of, like, people, like, on my team maybe. I'm not I'll be honest, I'm not like you, Chris, I'm not very good at sticking to those paper goals.
Those
Like,
what?
those paper goals, like,
Oh,
I'm not good
shucks.
at it.
That's because 'cause I'm old.
I'm not so good at it all the time. Yeah, and I am happy with the extra amount of time too that I've also spent with my kids and taken
Mm,
time, which is really huge because that was a big goal of mine was a little bit more family time, and I'm
yeah.
still improving on that because I'm not the best sometimes like dividing that time. So,
How
but
old are
yeah,
your kids, Ashley?
almost 19 and 12.
Just awesome ages.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and
Uh,
neither of them wanna do mortgages, period. They are like, "No, no, no, you're on the phone too much."
well, both my kids said that when they were young too, and Shelby wanted to be a vet, and Clay wanted to be a race car driver.
Oh, so that's so funny because my youngest daughter wants to be a vet, and she has a horse she wants
Yeah.
to be, um, and then my oldest daughter wanted to be a race car driver.
No.
Yes, I swear on everything. We can
Yes,
I'll text
they're probably going to mortgage. Just saying.
her. She even builds all the Lego cars and stuff.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
Uh, does she ha your oldest wants to be a race car driver?
I mean, that was her
Does she
aspirations at once.
does Nick let her drive his cars?
So she drove here the other day, actually. Nick doesn't let his wife drive his cars. Who are you kidding? But she
What?
was able to sit in the Lambo and he drove her around.
Oh, come
Nick
on.
won't
You
even let his
that's
mom drive his car. Who are you kidding?
I'm gonna have to come there and see if he'll let me drive.
Yeah.
Uh, okay. Coming into 2026, right? We got to
Yeah.
finish out 2025. I know you're goal oriented.
Yeah.
I know you set probably tougher goals. And if I know you a little, I know that you're harder on yourself than probably someone could ever be on you.
Oh yeah.
But we're thinking about finishing this year out. What are some tactics or things that you're doing that help you accomplish your goals? Because I think that there's a lot of originators, Ashley, out there today that just need this push
Yeah.
and just need this little bit of glimpse of light to be able to accomplish these goals. Like you said, there are loans, you got to go get them. What word advice would you give that you're actually doing that could help them?
I think something that I've noticed lately when talking to people is people are expecting this perfect market, the perfect thing. Um, Stop letting perfect get in the way of good. Like,
Mm,
so go educate, host a class, like stop stop trying to take realtors out to coffee. You don't have time and they don't have time, but why don't you say, "Hey, do you want to do a Saturday morning coffee meetup with 5 first-time home buyers?" Because then you got in front of 5 people. I did that with a realtor even a few years ago,
how'd you
and
find the five?
she invited from her sphere, to be honest, and I went to her area and I paid for all their coffee, and it cost me what, 50 bucks, you know?
Yeah, nothing.
And, a couple hours on Saturday, it was very casual. We just sat around and did a Q&A, like, no stand-up talking, nothing. Um, and we closed 4 people out of there, first-time home buyers.
That is a great tip.
Yeah. And so just get in front of people, call like, post, "Hey, have you had somebody" like, if focus on what you're good at or what you think you're good at or what you wanna be great at, research those things. Um, I'll We have so much technology, I think that a lot of originators get a little bit lazy too. Go read the guidelines. Stop giving your realtor too much information too, to be honest with you. I think that
Amen.
let them come to you for the information, like, share the tidbits and then come to you, and give them things that are actual value, and stop getting emotional when people don't use you because you get stuck. Like, the clients that are for you will be for you. Every realtor is not gonna send you every deal, that's okay. Take the deals they're going to send you. Just stop getting so stuck. Eat the bad news, eat the frog. Eat the
Yeah.
frog every time. So many LOs get stuck because they're like, "Oh my gosh, I can't solve this. I can't do this. I can't do this." Eat the frog and
You
just
know what they
go.
do? They don't call.
Yeah.
They hide in the closet and they think if as soon as it goes away, I'll come out.
Yeah, and you can't
But it
do
never
that
goes
because
away.
your reputation's gone. And then another thing is if you wanna find out if you can do a loan, every scenario I didn't have, like, ChatGPT and stuff when I started, like, nothing like that. Google barely worked. I don't even think we had never heard of what Ask Polly was at the time. And so I would literally blind copy every scenario and don't give half the information either. Give all the information so you can get a yes or no. Blind copy every AE you have and see who can do the loan. Like, give them every scenario. Attach your findings. Like, show them. Like, give them the nitty gritty of it. I save
The
so
good
many
and the
loans
bad.
that way. All of it. Like, everything. Don't I've seen so many where they leave out, like, one piece. I'm like, "You should have started that they worked for a temp agency." Like,
Yeah.
for 1 month.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
they're gonna find out, so if you're going to tell somebody yes on a scenario, please, like, give them all the things, but find out if you can do the deal. If you don't know the answer, go find out. Read the guidelines.
Yeah.
Like,
That is so good.
learn a
I love
product
it
and
that
stick to it.
you say don't look for perfect.
Yeah, can't. It'll make you feel stuck every time. Every time.
Favorite hobby?
I like to shop and I don't I like to play poker.
What you
I do.
do?
I do. Texas Hold'em is my game.
Like you go to the casino and play or play
Uh-huh.
like home
With my
games at fun?
husband. Well,
Okay, so
both.
you
We have, like, a big poker tournament with our family. That one's much cheaper.
yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Or you and your husband will go and you'll go play poker.
Yeah, like,
Can you beat him?
we get a lot of free cruises, I just say we prepay for them in the casino,
Oh yeah, I know it.
and
Yeah,
so he's good at craps, but I like Texas Hold'em.
okay.
Yeah.
Uh, if you could change one thing in the mortgage industry, for the fourth quarter, what would it be?
Like in the whole industry,
Yeah, you're in charge. You get to change anything you want. What would you do?
I think that you should have to be an LOA for 3 years before you become a loan officer.
More like a doctor program.
Mhm.
I love that idea.
Because I have talked to so many devastated buyers that somebody has told no to, and the likelihood of them ever coming back if I can't tell them yes is so unlikely, and so they've missed out on homeownership in from the start rather than if they would have just gotten a plan, because we can't throw noodles at the wall.
Right.
And if you're going to have a file that throws noodles at the wall, because we've all had those Hail Marys,
100%.
have that conversation and let them know. Like, even on manual underwrites, I tell people, I'm like, "This is gonna be like a lobotomy in here, okay? This is gonna be bad. Like, I'm probably gonna come back and ask you for 35 things, even though I already asked you for 150, and we might need a blood sample." Like, it's gonna be bad.
So you set the expectation
I
up front, which is
do,
way
because
easy.
if it's great, then they're not mad, you know?
Right.
But I recently had a buyer, thankfully, she had money and could do an alternative non-QM file, but her scenario, any LO should have known upfront, absolutely not. And not only that, this is like the seller's life. The seller had already moved out. Now she's got 2 payments to make, and it's just a lot, you know? These are people's lives, not just houses. We're trusted with a very big financial responsibility, and the fact that we like, an appraiser can't go and appraise a house without having an apprenticeship. Why are we allowing people to get into this huge fiduciary responsibility without that?
Hmm.
And a reminder, you don't get to make full comp whenever you're a newbie. So sorry. I didn't make it either. You got to work for free,
That's right.
because
That's right.
everybody thinks they're coming into 100% out front, and you're just not. There's expenses, there's credit reports, there's people's time. Like, don't take that for granted.
And running a P&L.
Yeah,
It's difficult.
it is. Yeah. And we all know credit is expensive these days.
I'm surprised you didn't say step 2, change the cost of credit
Change
report.
the cost of credit. I don't know. I don't know what takes that. That's a
God,
bigger accomplishment than making people be an
yeah,
apprentice.
that is.
I think a
Ashley,
lot of people would stay in the business longer if they were apprentice too.
I do too.
Mhm.
You have to, I'm a 2-year, you know that my program's 2
Yeah,
years,
you have that. I love that.
but I know that they're going to issue a letter that means something.
Yeah. And again,
And
reputation.
reputation, they got to
Mhm.
learn. They got to learn. Ashley, thanks for coming on.
Thank
You are
you.
so stinking cool. Cool that you learn some go tactics. You threw more than 2 or 3 today. And I got to learn that your daughters are going to be a vet and a race car driver, which I think is like super fun. I can't wait to tell my kids this.
Yeah.
Guess what? Uh, Ashley's kids are going to be a race car driver and a vet. And one teacher told Shelby one time, "You're not going to be a vet." She goes, "I am too. I'm going to be a vet." She like argued with him. And then, yeah,
I
she's
mean,
never a vet.
mortgages makes more money sometimes.
Uh, I think mortgage definitely makes more money, but I'm sure there's a vet that does really good. I'm not no knock on a vet,
Oh, yeah.
but,
Well, vets get to go on actual vacation too sometimes, so we don't get actual
right,
vacation in this industry.
no. Hey, do you have any big vacations up and coming?
I am, yeah. So next year, my daughter's school goes, they do EF tours. And so I went to Italy last year with my oldest daughter. And then this year, I'm going on a Grecian cruise with my husband for my 40th. And then I'm going to Spain with my youngest daughter with her school. And then the following year, we're going to Greece with my youngest daughter, too.
Wow, fun.
So, yeah.
Super exciting. Thank you for all you do.
Thank
Thank you for
you. Thank
helping
you
us
for all
change
you
this
do.
industry. Uh, like more originators need to be more like you. And I just love hanging out with you because you're always going to teach me something. So thank you for that.
Well, and I'm happy to help anybody too that needs questions or anything. Just message me on Instagram, Ashley the Mortgage Magician. See my little
DM her,
mortgage
ask
magician.
her. He'll help you. Thanks, Ashley.
Thank you. All right, bye.